Bearing in mind we've had such a magnificent banquet, I should point out that in the US they've got such a problem with obesity that 2 out of 3 people have become 4 out of 5 people. I do bear in mind that the American author P.J. O'Rourke once described the English as, and I quote, cold-blooded queers with rotten teeth and no sense of humour, who once conquered half the world but have yet to conquer dental hygiene. Now, as a description of the English, I agree with that, because I'm Welsh. I notice in your remarks, Mr. President, you're very keen, and of course, on the possible effect of e-business in your sector. Now, I've always been very suspicious of computers and software and technology in general, because let's face it, software doesn't help you to deal with people, in my view. Or does it? Because recently I read a report which was published by the London Business School. And what they'd done was to use an ingenious piece of software to assess people's personality types based on the colour of car that they drive. And what they found was that if you drive a black car, you're very likely to be a very focused, ambitious, driven individual. If you drive a red car, you're likely to have a high sex drive. Now, that's the good news. But if you drive a yellow or a green car, you're going to be, frankly, very stable and just a little bit boring. However, if you are arrogant, opinionated, and sarcastic, you'll almost certainly drive a white car with a blue light flashing on top of it. At the founding meeting of the International Federation, they debated all sorts of things, what countries to go to, what speakers to instruct, but also lots of extraneous social details. They also discussed how many condoms there should be in a standard Federation packet of contraceptives. And they disagreed amongst the countries. The New Zealanders thought there should be 5. One for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but allowing for a rest on Saturday and a rest on Sunday. The Australians thought there should be 9. 1 for each weekday, but 2 for Saturday and 2 for Sunday.
Yes, yes.
A little premature, sir. The South Africans thought there should be 10, all for Monday. Yes. But the British thought there should be 12. 1 for January.
Now, during these long years, when we've been members of the European Economic Community, many people have forgotten what it means to be truly British. Well, I'll tell you what it means. Being British means getting up in the morning, hosing down in your Norwegian shower unit, before splashing on some French aftershave, and then putting on your Italian suit, and after that, chomping on a Danish bacon sandwich as you get into your German car. And then driving to the office and working there at your Korean computer for your Saudi Arabian boss. Until your Swiss watch tells you it's time to go to a Danish bar and buy some Czechoslovakian beer. Before eventually picking up an Indian curry or a Turkish kebab on the way home. And eventually settling down on your Swedish furniture, sipping Brazilian coffee while watching American shows on your Japanese television. That is what it means to be British, ladies and gentlemen. And what is more, I want to lay to rest any fake news you may have heard this evening at 6 o'clock. Neither myself nor my Attorney General have ever had any inappropriate contact with Russia. Believe me, comrades. And finally, I will close with telling you 3 things. We will build a wall, and we will make Scotland pay for it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you liked me, I've been Graham Davies, and if you didn't, I'm Angela Merkel. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, Angela Merkel.